In robbery caught on camera as a Brooklyn bishop delivered his service.
Yeah, 3 masked men robbed the bishop of over $1 million in jewelry, and it was all seen on the church's live stream video. Let's get right to Fox 5's Robert Moses. He's live in Canarsie, Brooklyn with the latest. Robert?
Tashani and Dan, the robbery happened here at the church on Remsen Avenue in Canarsie. The bishop believes that he was targeted for some reason. This is a man who is no stranger to the headlines or to the law.
Yo. All right.
As Bishop Lamar Whitehead delivered his sermon inside his church in Canarsie, the Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, police say 3 masked, armed men burst in and stole more than $1 million worth of jewelry, including a Rolex, from the bishop and his wife. The church's live stream captured the robbery.
When I seen them come into the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody, get out.
As he later recounted on Instagram, Whitehead feared the men would harm his parishioners. They didn't fire any shots, but Whitehead says they stole plenty.
Took my watch, took my jewelry, took my bishop's ring, took my wedding band. Then they took my bishop's cross.
Police say the robbers fled on foot, got into a white Mercedes-Benz, and drove away eastbound on Avenue D. Whitehead has been in the news before. Besides making an unsuccessful run for Brooklyn Borough President, in May, he claimed he was trying to negotiate the surrender of Andrew Abdullah, who at the time was wanted for shooting and killing Daniel Enriquez aboard a Manhattan-bound Q train. Whitehead drove his Rolls-Royce to the 5th Precinct to, in his telling, facilitate the surrender. But police arrested Abdullah without Whitehead's help. With Whitehead now back in the headlines, he responded to critics who accuse him of being too flashy.
You know, it's my prerogative to purchase what I want to purchase. If I worked hard for it, I can purchase what I want to purchase.
We mentioned that police say the robbers got away in that white Mercedes. One more clue that you should hear, it has New York plate KMZ 5464. Again, KMZ 5464. Whitehead is no stranger to the law. He served 5 years in prison for a $2 million identity theft scam.
New tonight, a bishop in Brooklyn robbed at gunpoint in the middle of a church service, and the whole thing happened during a live stream.
Yo. All right.
Bishop Lamar Whitehead says 3 men waving guns stole hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry from him and his wife. It happened about 9:30 this morning at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries in Canarsie. The bishop says he worried the thieves were coming in to shoot worshipers.
And when I seen them come into the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody, get out. Everybody just get out. You know, took my watch, took my jewelry, took my bishop's ring, took my wedding band. They took my bishop's cross.
Police say the thieves drove away in a white Mercedes. If Bishop Whitehead looks familiar, he ran for Brooklyn Borough President last year.
A Brooklyn bishop was robbed at gunpoint in the middle of his Sunday sermon today, and it was all caught on camera. The service was being live streamed this morning when he says 3 to 4 men walked in with guns. He spoke at length with CBS 2's Lisa Rosner about why he believes he was targeted and his message for the suspects.
5 to 10 minutes into preaching Sunday morning on Remsen Avenue in Canarsie, Bishop Lamor Whitehead saw the door in the back of the room kick open.
How many of you have lost your faith because you saw somebody else die what you about to go through? Yo. All right.
I seen 3 to 4 men come in. I said, all right. It's pretty much stating that I'm not going to do anything, right? Because I know y'all coming for me. Y'all coming straight to me. I don't want my parishioners hurt, right? I got women and children there. As I got down, one went to my wife and took all her jewelry and had the gun in front of my 8-month-old baby's face. Took off my bishop's ring, my wedding band, and took off my bishop's chain, and then I had chains underneath my robe, and he started tapping my neck to see if anything else. So that means they knew. They watched and they knew that I have other jewelry.
The church's live stream shows the gun being held on the pastor.
They had the guns on my deacons that was at the door.
Whitehead says what you don't see on camera are around 100 congregants who were in the room. Men, women, and children dropped to the floor in silence.
My church is traumatized. The women and children are still crying. Still crying. Babies are still crying.
Police say the men took off in a white Mercedes. Whitehead says cops have a license plate and witnesses saw the men change clothes outside.
These men, they need to turn themselves in. I forgive you, and I'm praying for you. You know, and I hope that God deliver you from the mindset of who you are at this time.
Whitehead believes his family was targeted because of the publicity he received when he helped turn in the suspect wanted in the fatal subway shooting of 48-year-old Daniel Enriquez in May.
I turned them in, but the media called me the bling bling bishop. They had my Rolls Royce car all over everywhere, and I feel that that played the part in this. I think all pastors should be able to get permits for pistols.
The NYPD is investigating, and Whitehead says the mayor and top police brass have called him, pledging support to find the suspects. Fortunately, no one was hurt. In Canarsie, Brooklyn, Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
In a statement, a spokesperson for Mayor Adams said, quote, no one in this city should be the victim of an armed robbery, let alone our faith leaders and congregants worshiping in a house of God. The NYPD is investigating this crime and will work tirelessly to bring the criminals involved to justice.